Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing from Interactive Strength, a company that sounds like they're building a better gym, but trust me, the story gets a little more complicated with twists and turns like a poorly planned workout routine. We'll see how a loan, some stock deals, and a little bit of financial maneuvering play out. This report is an 8K filing, which is basically a quick update a company sends to the SEC when something important happens. The date to keep in mind is March 31, 2025, because that's when the most recent event they're talking about happened. The main focus here is an agreement Interactive Strength made with a lender called Vertical Investors. Back in February of 2024, Interactive Strength got a loan, basically borrowed money from Vertical Investors. The original amount was almost $8 million. Think of it as a really big credit card bill that they need to pay back. To pay off some of that debt in March of 2024, Interactive Strength gave the lender 1.5 million shares of a special type of stock called Series A preferred stock. This covered $3 million of the loan. It's like saying, here's some stock, call it even for a few million. In April of 2024, they changed the loan agreement, a modification agreement. The main thing was that the original loan amount was lowered by $3 million, reflecting that earlier stock payment. It's like when you pay off part of your credit card and your total debt goes down. Around the same time, they also entered into what they call a restoration agreement. This is where things get a little more interesting, basically. If the lender didn't make at least $3 million by selling the stock they got or the regular stock they could get if they converted the preferred stock, by the end of 2024, Interactive Strength promised to make up the difference. So if the lender only made $2 million, the company would have to cough up another $1 million, $2 million. The company would have to cough up another $1 million, $2 million. The company would have to cough up another $1 million. It's like insurance for the lender only made $2 million. The company would have to cough up another $1 million. It's like insurance for the lender. Between February and March of 2025, the lender converted some more preferred stock, Series C this time, into regular common stock. They turned 2.8 million preferred shares into 1.7 million regular shares. This conversion is a common practice where the lender converts some of their shares to regular shares. Now for the key number. As of March 31, 2045, the lender had only made about $230 million, said they needed to make $3 million from selling the stock. Remember, the restoration agreement said they needed to make $3 million. That meant there was a shortfall of roughly $23,000. To deal with that shortfall, Interactive Strength and the lender made a deal called a settlement agreement. Instead of paying cash, Interactive Strength issued over 1.1 million more shares of Series C's, preferred stock, to cover the $23,000 difference. Basically, they paid off the debt with more stock. After all this, the lender ended up owning almost 1.5 million shares of Series C preferred stock. This kind of stock usually gives the holder certain special rights or preferences compared to regular shareholders. This section just points out that the company did not register the sale of these stock. Basically, this is stating that they did not have to do so under a specific section of the Securities Act of 1933. This is a list of exhibits. The important exhibit is the settlement agreement made in March of 2025. What does all this mean? Interactive Strength is a company that needed money, and they got it through a loan. When they couldn't fully repay the loan in cash, they used stock instead. They are basically kicking the can down the road, hoping that the value of their stock will increase in the future. So now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Interactive Strength seems to be facing some cash flow challenges. They had to use stock to settle their debt, which means they didn't have enough cash on hand. This could be a sign that the company is struggling to generate enough revenue. The company's reliance on loans and stock issuances to fund its operations is a potential weakness. It dilutes the ownership of existing shareholders. Also, the more debt they take on, the more difficult it may be for them to get loans in the future. However, if they can successfully grow their business and increase the value of their stock, this could be a smart move in the long run. If they can turn things around, the lender could make a lot of money, and Interactive Strength would have solved its short-term cash problems. Overall, this filing paints a picture of a company that's still trying to find its footing. They're making deals and adjustments to stay afloat, but they need to show that they can generate consistent revenue and manage their debt effectively. It's a high-risk, high-reward situation. It would be interesting to see how they will navigate the near future. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives.